Yeah, I didn't even see him run around the bases because the dugout blew up. I turned around and almost get run over with a water cooler by Bobby. They couldn't wait to get out there, and that was a beautiful ending. The ball went in the air. It's just tough to get it out of this park in that direction, and couldn't believe how it continued to carry. And we had some balls hit hard all night. Michael made some beautiful plays out there on balls that you'd think might have a chance, and then for that one to go, I mean, he really had to clip it. So, and another guy that we talk a lot about, Salvi, having a couple punch outs. Nick had a couple, had a double play that he hit pretty well, but not letting those add to the next one. And yeah, beautiful way to end.
He worked an eight pitch at bat there, and then obviously took the changeup. What about his plate appearance there impressed you most?
Yeah, I think it was the fact that they're trying everything at him right at that point, and you always want to think about that when you have these players who've never faced a guy before. They're learning them, and it seems like every time they get a chance to see the movement, they're getting a chance to show what kind of adjustments they can make, and that was a really good at bat to kind of walk him through everything he had, and okay, let's just keep fighting through this. And I don't think he was necessarily just trying to jump the fence. I think he was just trying to put together a good at bat, and then his natural power came through.
For Salvi, it looked like he had a cramp there and kept fighting through it.
Yeah, Salvi caught, as he was starting to get his leg out, he caught the shoe of the umpire, and I think it sent him into a cramp spasm. And so he was trying to get that to calm down a little bit, and he felt good. He came back. Medical team was convinced, which is all the convincing I need, and let him go back. I knew there was going to be a ball roll out in front of the plate, whether he blocked it or it was going to test him. And he came out, and so then that was kind of the relief to realize, okay, I think the cramp might have backed out, but we're going to have to make sure, IV or something to kind of make sure he's hydrated.
To see the guys celebrate like that, after that type of moment, how, just fulfilling is that for the type of work they put in and just what you guys are trying to do?
Yeah, I think it's extra special when they have a bunch of their buddies around, and this is just a unique situation where they have so many guys who have come up together. They're all pulling for each other. They've all helped each other get here by pushing each other too, and to see one of them have success, you see them all kind of really embrace that, and that's one I don't think any of them are going to forget. Certainly not Nick. That's something not too many people with long careers don't get the opportunity to do, have that kind of walk off. But you could see that this group is they're excited to be here to win. They're excited to be here, but they're excited to be here to win. And we talk about their energy, but it's just the drive and their coachability too. We're just giving them things every day, and they're taking it all in, and we're watching them get better.
What do you think of Daniel today?
I thought he was good, and he had made a couple mistakes. The balls that got really hit were balls that were in the middle of the plate, some sliders that got in the middle. Besides that, he gives up right there where he gave up the third run after we'd already had a lead. He comes back out that next inning, we score, and we need a shutdown, and he gets 3 strikeouts with 3 different pitches. And I thought the changeup was good today. The slider was good when he didn't just spin it in the middle of the plate, and that's going to happen from time to time. But I thought the fastball, he established the fastball early, had really good life. And, after giving up those runs, to be able to still get through the 6th for us, probably could have gone a little longer. He looked strong, and I thought he did a nice job of taking the previous inning and letting it go and getting ready for the next.
For your offense, MJ and Isbell and Bobby too, talk about just their ability to kind of be relentless and keep coming even after the ties and everything like that.
Yeah, exciting to watch that group. MJ set the tone, not waiting around very long. making something happen right out of the gate. Bobby coming with a big hit. Kyle Isbell, I like the swing where he hit up the middle just as much. The homer was really nice, but just to see him stay through the ball through the middle, and that's something that he's going to continue to work on. It's just going to make him a dangerous hitter, not just a one-dimensional, because we know he's got some power and he's got pull side ability to hit the ball hard. But that was a really good day for Kyle as well, and then to watch Nick. I mean, that's a few young guys, 4 young guys doing something really special today that you just don't see.